Here begins Fate's episode.
Hey yo, what it is? What's playing some Grand Blue today, and I told y'all before I had to try out Meg, man. Honestly, like
Believe in victory.
this character really thrives in the waves of battle, right? She can even shake up and change the tides of battle in your favor if you just know how to play her, right? I feel like this character in general, the reason why she's so enjoyable and why everyone's saying that she's really fun is the simple fact that you can kind of combo off of anything. And some people may say like that's like brain dead, or like that's low quality for fighting games. But in my opinion, I think this is kind of what you want. You kind of want to have seemingly infinite combo routes in your strategy, right? In your game plan. And I think this should kind of just be a staple for all characters, you know what I mean? For them to all have sort of things that go into things, and things that can go into other things kind of almost seamlessly, right? I feel like that flexibility is kind of what fighting games need, in my opinion, right? But it is what it is, right? Suffice it to say, I have been really enjoying this character, right? And I've always been the type of player when I play fighting games. I always enjoy characters that have a lot of corner pressure and that do like crazy shit in the corner. For instance, you look at Cammy, you look at Bison, characters that kind of struggle in the mid screen, but once you get them to the corner, your party starts up, right? Unbeknowingly to me, Meg is she is that, right? She's the epitome of throwing you in a corner and then, starting a party. And, I'm kind of addicted, right? Like, it's weird to say that, like, okay, to compare it, right, to my level of enjoyment, like, I'm enjoying this character almost as much as I'm enjoying when I first got my hands on Narumaya. Like, just the same amount of feel, you know what I'm saying? And, same amount of excitement. All of her buttons are really fun when I can get them off. Though you guys see me playing right now, don't get it twisted, my arcade stick is still broken. So I would have had this video out a lot faster, but I get, like, when you're doing something specific and then you just don't get the input that you like put in, right? And again, that type of stuff makes me very angry. And it goes back to a conversation that I had before, right? When do you get off? When do you fold after having like a hard session or whatever, right? And for me, like, I don't know, playing Meg, like, I have a hard time telling myself to get off, you know what I mean? Like, funny enough, it's the servers themselves that fuck up, and that's why I stopped playing. You'll see at the end of this video, I have like a similar situation, and it kind of just poops on my parade. But at the same time, like, every party needs a pooper, and I guess the servers, like, I guess the gods chose the servers to be it, you know what I mean? And every time I'm just kind of like party pooper, I'm like, I'm having a great time, you know what I'm saying? Playing in the beaches as I'm just gonna say, a lesbian shark lady. And you know what I'm saying? It's just great, you know what I'm saying? And especially when the matches are hard, it makes you want to win even more, so I can get that end screen. Because that end screen, like, that end screen is pretty nice. Like, look at this. 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 Ah, dude, but like, I don't know, man. I love it. I love the character. She's very enjoyable. Though I will say I am trying my best to improve. I'm trying to improve and like just be better at the character, because there's like aspects of her that I don't use because I frankly don't understand them. But as this video progresses, you're gonna just see the adaptation in my gameplay. Though I'm not too high up in the rankings. I am very eager I have a strong desire to make Meg one of my strongest characters, or like my highest ranked characters at least. Though like I kind of just want to like wait until like the Meg craze dies down so I can play like more variety and matchups. Cause like not even like 50% of me, like 70% of my games I'm just playing the mirror, and that's not a bad thing, but it's just like an annoying thing, I guess I would say. Though like I guess if you're like unaware you can steal tech, but in my opinion I kind of know what I'm doing. I just kind of want to do it, you know? And then seeing people do like basic gear stuff and it's working, it just, I don't know. Pizza King not happy, you know what I mean? But, and then it's my turn to do it and I miss. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get these really, like, I don't know, irritating situations. Again, because I know the combo conversions, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, she does dummy damage, you know. Do you see her? She looks like she should do dummy damage, you know. She almost gives me kind of like Erza vibes from Fairy Tail. When I first watched Fairy Tail, I thought Erza could have been, you know, interested in women. I don't know the technical term for it without people freaking out, because I feel like just using the correct title pissed a lot of people off for some reason. I don't know. The world's weird. But you know, Erza just hits me up like a very, she just hits me up like she's like women. Like, I don't know how to say it when I first started off. But then she meets a nigga from her past, and then she falls in love with him, and then you see the more like feminine quality of Erza, which like in my opinion is cool, right? Damn, that one was that was kind of close, but you know, yeah, like again, I like the character a lot. You know, who doesn't like fucking anime waifu? And you get two for the price of one. You know, I'm so fucking down. You know what I mean? So yeah, like I kind of wish that for the custom like weapons that May gets, I almost said Erza for some reason. That she gets, I wish that her dagger had changed too. I get the shark is like the main attraction, right? But I don't know. I would have liked it if they would have gone the extra mile, not to forget the dagger. You know, just showing different, like, even if it's like different, like a different design, different color palette for the higher tier weapons, the higher tier sharks. And then just making the dagger like a different color would make all the difference, in my opinion. But you know, I'm just being like, if I could say one thing that surprised me that they didn't do, right? Because you know, like, to me she's like a dual wielder, right? She's not like the shark is the only thing that she does, you know. She shoots out, she has a dagger, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like if Luane only had one of his daggers like customizable and the other one just stays at like a default, you know what I'm saying? It's weird in my mind, you know. It's like they forgot it, you know, and so that's like something that sticks out in my head every time I play her, like, you know. But I wonder if you guys, if the people who play Grand Blue agree with that statement at all, or if they don't care, they just are thankful for a new character, right? More content, I guess, in the fighting game sense. But I also thought, since it's like a shark, right? Wouldn't it be cool if she had like a Jeff the Shark skin for her shark? Would that be funny? Would people like that? But I don't know. I don't know how you should do tie-ins for games like this when it comes to like non-fighting games as tie-ins, if you know what I mean. But I feel like just making like small references like that make all the difference, you know. And I'm not gonna lie though, like, though I'm not even gonna lie, I've been the wins got that end screen the best, but the wins that I've been getting so far, though they're, I wouldn't say few and far between, just harder to obtain because again I don't know this character very well. I feel like I win more on Vegeta than I do on Meg, but my Meg is higher ranked than Vegeta now at this point. But yeah, like even though it's few and far between, I'm getting up in the ranks slowly. I kind of just want to get out of S with Meg, hopefully get S++, and then see how I feel. But I don't know, like I feel like there's just something about the core fundies of this game that maybe I'm not good at, or maybe that I'm just not understanding. Because I truly feel like I should, like, the amount of stuff I know, the amount of stuff I see in my head, and the amount of stuff I can do, like, it's varying. You know, like, you practice a combo for so long, you practice different combo routes and all this stuff, and then you get live, and it's like, all of it flushes, like, down the toilet, you know what I mean? And so, I'm just trying to get that all to link, you know what I mean? And then I feel like I'm pretty confident in getting like high S++, maybe even masters, but I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch. I just I kind of really just want to play more fighting games, right? There have been a few that are coming out, but none of them that I'm personally interested in, right? Like, though the League of Legends one was kind of a game that I was looking forward to with like some eagerness, you know? There's just no characters. They don't put any characters in for me, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I did like play Echo for a little bit. But it was like a how do you say, like a fad. It was a moment in time. Like, he wasn't even like a character that I personally was really enthusiastic that he got released, you know? I was just happy to see like another black character in video games, if that makes any sense, you know what I mean? I feel like black people in general just have low representation in games, you know what I'm saying? That's just my personal opinion. You can tell me I'm wrong if you want to, but if you look at like rosters in general, I think in all the games I've played, I think League of Legends has the most. I think League of Legends has like 3 black characters, and I'm like, fuck yeah, you know, Echo, Lucian, and Senna. Well, like literally knowing 3 black people, you know, and well, shit, Granblue doesn't have any black people. I mean, they, like, you see my skin, you can make them black, but like, you know what I'm saying? They're not default black people. You know what I'm saying? It's weird shit. DJ, but he's a 1 of 1 in his game. Mortal Kombat 1, I think Tremor is black, and one dude that throws sand is black. I know that for sure. But like, again, I just feel like, you know, not a lot of black people in video games. So when a black person comes out in a video game, I feel like I want to see what they got. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm curious. But yeah, that being said, I don't know. This character's pretty awesome. Like, though I don't use her neutral skip tools very well in the beginning phases of this recording and in some of my matches. I start getting better at like neutral skipping with her as the matches progress. Hopefully it shows, but you know, who really knows? Hopefully you see that my ability grows ever more like the tide. Or maybe like a wave crashing on your shores. But fuck yeah, you know. Dude, like, you know, bro, like, I'm just saying, like, the character's a vibe, bro. If you're hating Meg right now, you're no matter where you are, you're probably a communist. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, she's just a straight up vibe, bro. Like, I don't know, man. I'm trying to think of like things to say, but like, honestly, the world's been kind of crazy right now. There's just been a lot of shit going on, and you know, I'm just wondering how the communities of that have seen the shit and that know of the shit, how they're gonna deal with it to where you feel like you can go to like that in some instance streamer, in some instance company, and like feel confident being a part of that community or like growing that community, you know what I mean? Like one thing that I will speak about, because you know I am a content creator, right? I want to stream on like Twitch or maybe even Kick, like, you know, just to, you know, grow my YouTube out, you know. But like when I hear about certain things going on at the cons, it's just kind of like, well, should I even like devote my time into that, right? Because if say I do, right, and I become moderately successful in the area, right, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, like you want to meet up with your crew of people that you managed to make in the space, and you're like, oh fuck yeah, I'll do that, it sounds like fun. But then you go to the spot and it's like a hazard, right? You know what I'm saying? It's dangerous, you know what I'm saying? But like life is dangerous, you know what I'm saying? But like when you go to a place where it's almost like your workspace, you expect it to be some level of safety, right? It's unfortunate that that's not the case. And honestly, me as an individual, I'm very like, I don't know, reactive. Like I'm on guard all the time, right? I'm on my toes. Like when people start like moving out of like settings, like I don't know, like I notice it. Maybe because I personally don't like group settings. That's probably why I go to places at night, because there's not a lot of people there and I can enjoy myself without having to worry about too much crazy shit. But yeah, suffice to say, like, I don't know, I wish cons were like a little bit more peaceful for people like me who don't quite like group settings, because of the simple fact that bitches be crazy, and I know bitches be crazy. That's why I don't go to places where bitches can be crazy and get away with it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, and suffice to say, you think of like a work area, a workplace, because you think of a work area, workspace being kind of professional, to where no one's gonna like really pop off. But like, you know, shit happens anyway, and you realize like the security's ass balls, and you're just kind of like, well, why the fuck do I work here? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm obviously not like important enough to be cared for, right? Like, especially if you're like a, what's the word, like one of the top employees, right? Like I would expect them to care about their top employees more, right? Because they probably are what keep your business alive, right? To some extent, right? But yeah, it's just unfortunate. The world's weird. Like it's weird to see a lot of people like care about others and their safety and stuff, and then at the same time the people in charge just not care at all. You know what I mean? It's like, in my mind, where does the switch off happen to where the person isn't a person anymore and they're more of like, again, ones and zeros? I made comments about the professional world being nothing but ones and zeros and basically luck and all this shit, and the fact that it's, I don't know, being laid to bear in such a way to where even the layman can see it. I don't know, like, oh, look at the setup, look at the setup, look at the setup. Nasty work, nasty boy. All right, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just weird. I don't know, it's weird. The fact that it's so brazen, like, I don't know. I would scream for change, but, you know, like, how do you go about that change, you know, in a way to where they're actually going to listen and follow through? At that point, I think you go back to the olden days, you heavily boycott, you know what I mean? But, like, it would have to be a majority that's higher than, like, 80% for them to really give a fuck, or like 85% for them to really give a fuck, and it like, but yeah, like, suffice to say, I'm curious to see how everything goes. Like, I just hope people come to their senses, you know what I mean, and we all realize that we're all just trying to live and love, you know what I'm saying, and not be harmed in any way, shape, or form. Like, you know, we're not, well, we're on this planet to like live it, you know what I mean, and experience life however it may come, the good, the bad, the ugly. But like, it'd be a lot easier to enjoy the world if everyone's just trying to make it less ugly and more beautiful. I don't know the exact words for it, but yeah, suffice it to say, like, I don't know, I generally want to just play more like more fighting games, right? But like, I'm more interested on getting back to the fighting games that I haven't been playing, if that makes any sense. Like, I want to go back on Grand Blue. Like, you guys see me, I'm on Grand Blue right now, but like, you know what I mean, and feel like my buttons aren't gonna screw me over. I want to fix my buttons so I can go back and play more Street Fighter. Like, Viper's out now, and I kind of want to see what everybody's talking about her challenging execution game. But, you know, like, again, I just want to see it. I want to feel it with my own hands, especially because I play arcade stick. And a lot of people I watch that play fighting games, they don't really play with arcade stick. Everyone like plays with controller, or they play with what's it called? It's not a hitbox. They basically play with keyboard keys, but on an arcade board, right? I forgot what it's called, but it's basically just like playing with the keyboard. Like, it literally all they have are buttons to press, right? And I feel like that in and of itself is like super easy, or easier. Probably the easiest way to play fighting games, in my opinion. I feel like, unless you have what the robot devil likes to call stupid fingers, there's like probably zero chance of mistakes on your part, unless your buttons are like jacked up like mine. But again, unless you have stupid fingers and there are no other outlying factors, I doubt that there are. I thought there are ways for mistakes to happen on that specific way to play the game, right? But yeah, you know, like, the people or whoever like see this video, if you're a fighting game enthusiast, what fighting game have you been playing that is like really enjoyable? Like, your top 2 fighting games right now. For me, and this is kind of why I don't want to play any other ones, because these 2 just seem like better uses of my time, right? Street Fighter 6 and Grand Blue. Like, I'll play Guilty Gear every now and then because I still want to learn ABBA and get Slayer a little higher, but that's like in my off time. When I'm burnt out of these 2, I'll play that one. You know what I mean? I feel like 2XKO. I don't want to say I'll play 2XKO once to get more characters, because I'll still have to go through that whole phase of unlocking the characters I want to play, just to really enjoy the game. And like, I don't like, y'all, I've said this before in one of my old videos, or in one of my other videos potentially, that I just don't like playing characters that I don't enjoy. Like, if there are not enough characters, like more than 2, for me to, there has to be more than 2 characters in the game that I like for me to play the game. There can't be just 2 characters that I like to play. You know, I'll get bored. Like, that's my problem with Street Fighter. I only like 2 characters. I'm trying to find more, but I can't find them. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I'm trying to play Viper. That's why I'm thinking about learning another character too. But just in case I don't like Viper. But again, like, it's all about putting the time in and really figuring out if you like the character. But I have a lot of like hope for Street Fighter, because Street Fighter just looks like a really good game, because it is a really good game. So I don't mind trying out a bunch of different characters. It's kind of like Granblue. Granblue is just a very, for what it is, it's a very well-made game. Like, all the characters are fucking good in their own ways. You know, all the characters are fucking fun as hell to play. You just gotta, you know, devote the time to learn the basics, and then you can kind of start cooking as soon as you get to a certain tier. Like, I feel like once you get to, like, S rank, you can kind of just start freeballing your character, and you can start, like, cooking. Like, you know what I mean? Without really any extremely hard, like, lab sessions where you're learning and blah, blah, blah. Like, I like to say with Meg, I think I spent, like, maybe 15 minutes for 2 days really trying to, like, understand the crux of, like, her juggle points and stuff like that, and then I was good to go. Like, 30 minutes. And that's a lot of time for me in training mode and fighting it. Like, that just generally is a lot for me. I normally spend like 5 seconds in there and I'm out. You know what I mean? I'm here to punch people in the face. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go punch people in the face. And you know, the reason why I like this game so much is because they make it very easy to understand. You get straight in. You go straight into it. There's no like delays, which is really nice. Yeah, like, suffice to say though, again, I just like a lot of Meg's buttons. A lot of her fire buttons tend to be good. You know, her neutral tools, her neutral skip tools, I should say, are really nice. I just find it really hard figuring out when to press, you know, as Meg. And the clashes. I tell you what, guys, I've been in a lot of matches where I've clashed with my opposition and I lose. I just don't know how to play that rock, paper, scissors. And, like, I never really cared about it this much because genuinely I have never run into it this much, but as I play Meg, like, I feel like I have clashes in, like, every other match. It's kind of annoying. I kind of want to figure out how to deal with that. That was a good dodge on him, by the way. But, you know, again, it'll just take time. It just takes time. That should have been the blue variation of that skill. She, like, I would like to say too that Meg has some crazy, like, block string pressure that is just kind of super hard to get around if you can get the right sequence off. So there's a lot of good mix-up game too. I have to pull all this thing. But like, and the thing that I don't like is that the further I go into the ranks, right, it's unfortunate because when I'm in the low ranks, I get my super off my super combos off all the time, right? But the higher I go, the less I get it off, and it burns me up alive because I just see people just doing their super, like, willy-nilly, like there's no consequence in the world for them, right? And for me, if I do it, it's like the dumbest thing in the world. Like, I hate how when if I do it, it's fucking idiocy. But if someone else does it, it's like they're creating Mozart again. Like they're fucking the first guy to ever fucking invent the wheel. You know what I'm saying? And it just pisses me off. I'm like, I gotta fucking create this new fucking 50-hit combo no one's ever seen before, but fucking Jimbo over here has mastered the raw fucking Skybound art to where no matter what option you do, he knows the exact fucking moment to fucking Skybound art. You know what I mean? It's just like different paths for different people, bro. I can't be mad at what he can do. I just gotta be thankful for the things I can, right? But suffice to say, I want to get out of this fucking corner, and I want to put her in the corner, but, you know. See, and, like, that, that last EX she did, I do that in the same, scenario, right? And I'll get punished for it. So I'm wondering if the outlying factor is that I was in the air, and that's why she could continue it without real negatives on her side, right? I messed up the corner pressure though. My problem is with Fox Shorty is that I don't apply her in like random neutral settings. I always have to set her up. For some reason, like in my mind, I don't know what it is, but if I don't set things up, it's just not. I just hear a big incorrect. You know what I mean? Like just wrong. You know what I mean? And it's just kind of like I feel like with Meg I have to wean off that, because for her she is kind of like one of those characters to where she can just throw things out and it'll work in her favor, so long as, you know what I'm saying, you're being smart about when you're throwing them out, right? But yeah, like I don't know, Meg is a great time. You know, I'm always gonna be up here if I was hating the character with a bunch of Family Guy references, you know, with the whole "shut up Meg" vibe and all that shit. But you know, if I was at a beach with this Meg, man, I'd be having a great ass time, bro. I'd be asking her, why you got your hand up a shark? You know what I'm saying? Are you and the Fox Shorty really just roommates? You know what I'm saying? And you know, if there's a pool party, can I be involved? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just like the last match I did for the day. And look, this is what I'm talking about, guys. Like, I don't get off this game because I want to. I get off this game because I'm forced to. Okay, like it fucking sucks. I don't even. This was earlier today too. I don't even know if the servers are up again. But Lord knows, as soon as I'm done with this video, I'm going to go and check. Why? Because I need S plus. I need S plus plus. I need these things. You know what I mean? And I haven't been having a lot of. Don't get me wrong. I love Baldur's Gate. I love playing Dragon's Dogma. But there is something about fighting games that just feels right. Does that make sense? Like, it just feels good. You know what I mean? Look at this shit. Let me in. I'm that dude shaking the cage. Let me in, goddammit. I need this. Like, some people need their artists to drop music. Like, I need this shit, bro. Junkie, I'm telling you. But yeah, guys, this is gonna be the end of the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and again, just peace, love, and yeah, maybe a boycott or two. I don't know. What do y'all think? I'm out. Peace.